that little mouse, cause I'm an albatross.
But why I call it that name, that is the actual skills name.
Yep.
Bouncing ball. So, something to watch out for. Can they pull off the full combo for the Guinevere's Violent Requiem? Something to watch out for Bren Esports.
And yeah, Payne will be playing on that Guinevere, and looks like he has been staying away from the support role for a very long time. It will be the Kofre and the Grog playing the support role for Bren Esports, so that is a pretty solid combo when it comes to CC potential. So I did mention that they needed the CC, now they have it, but SG Dragons, they have a really durable lineup, and let's see if they can outlast the combos that Bren will be throwing at them.
Yeah, I mean, the main cue here, the main point of weakness here for SG Dragons, obviously the Lunox. At the same time, it's so hard to go for this hero, considering the composition they have. Protection from Belleric, Way of the Dragon in your face whenever you try. So the 5-man dive gonna be a lot stronger for SG Dragons. However, the pickoff is just very strong for the blue side.
And of course, Coco on that Leomord, I was almost going to say Morris. And let's say Carl C, he will be falling pretty soon here if he doesn't stay away from the danger of the 4-man rotation of Bren Esports.
And Carl really dodged the bullet there on that one.
Yeah, and that was a signature 4-man rotation before the first minute mark of Bren Esports. They still have it, and they're not afraid to use it. But looks like they will be falling short there and will be walking away empty-handed.
Yeah, I mean, Carl usually plays with strong assassins, assassin mages, so Lunox is going to be a bit weird to find out for this guy. However, of course, the rest of SG Dragons still farming strong on the other lanes, so I feel like SG Dragons is not going to be a slouch here, considering the composition they are running relies a lot on gold, and so far they're not giving away that much to Bren.
Also, speaking of Carl, he lost one here from his options here, which was the Gushon.
Yes.
Which is currently in a bad state in the current meta game. He only has a 20% win rate.
Yeah.
Overall, the Gushon pick only has 20% win rate. I mean,
that's true.
All the Gushon users in the previous season are forced to actually adapt and change their selection a bit there.
Yeah, when you look at it on paper, it's so easy to spot out where it went wrong. The slows, you have to hit all 5 daggers for the full 50%. Not to mention the nerf on lightning truncheon.
Resurrecting soon.
Of course, it's going to be an SG Dragons invade here. Rebo going to be a lot more durable on the Grok this time around. And the rest of Bren Esports are playing a lot more passively than I thought they would.
Yeah, so I think the way they messed up their 4-man rotation kind of put them really behind there, but here comes the kill that they are looking for, but here comes the Cho just trying to control the team fight there, and that was a nice successful defense from Heath.
Yeah, I mean, I can already see the wombo combo for Bren Esports, but they're not pulling it off at all.
Yeah, they're currently losing a lot of experience and farm here, but here comes Rebo, goes for the pin, and he doesn't find it though, and there comes Takara. Yuji will be falling really short, but not for long. Here comes a combo from Levi, and Yuji will be the one falling here, and Rebo getting the kill on Carl. That is a 1-for-1 trade so far, and Levi, he's dropping to half-life. Rebo is still confident despite that low amounts of HP, and that is the team fight.
Yeah, the team fight, which looked really shaky there for Bren Esports. The moment they lost their full ultimate combo, Violent Requiem into the Yin Yang Overturn, they started to just disperse. And that was the time where SG Dragons Omega probably would have had the opportunity, but they still lacked the damage apparently from the Luno.
Alright, Bren will be trying to take down this turtle pretty early on, but this is pretty shaky turtle takedown. They didn't really get the kills that they wanted in the first 2 team fights there. And SG Omega, Levi, he'll be finding this turtle takedown. They will try to deny it from the hands of Bren Esports. Oh, below half-life for the turtle there. Lexus entered the scene here with a Belleric, goes for the vines, but he is dropping really low, real fast. Kaguro gets a kill there, and SG Omega is in the bad hands right now. And Bren Esports, they will be trying to just maximize this team fight right now, and Yuji gets a double kill. Coco is still alive, and Carl will be the one falling in. Oh, that's a 4-for-4 trade. That was one sick team fight coming out from both sides.
It really was. I mean, the trade was super unexpected, but the moment that Violent Requiem didn't actually hit, that was, I think, the big turning point. That would have been a great fight for Bren Esports in the beginning, but the follow-up just lacking here for the meantime, considering Carry wasn't even joining that
Yup,
fight.
and that is good news for SGD Omega. That means that they can take fights as four while just leaving the carry on the sideline, just farming his heart to his heart's content.
Yeah. I mean, jeez, what the heck is happening here?
And I'm kind of really not seeing Hayes at a correct light here when he has his hands on a not really flashy hero,
Yeah.
as the skills of Kofra has a lot of winding up that needs to be done before he can really dash, and the bouncing ball isn't really that fast to look at.
Yeah, and in that regard, you also have to, have so much foresight when using Kufra.
Yeah.
The casting of the ultimate even takes like 0.75 seconds, so you need to know what your opponent is doing a few seconds before.
I'm kind of curious on if it's worth it to actually replace Lolita with a Kofra. So I think that's what the team so far has been doing,
Yeah.
and it has been wielding underwhelming success.
Oh!
And it's a failure even, and there comes Bren Esports, goes for the dive in. SGD Omega.
It's far from over. We are
Oh.
dead even on the goal score.
Oh, Kartzi, dropping really low there to the hands of Yuji there, but not really getting that enough damage to take him down. So,
Turtle
as I was saying,
resurrecting
so SGD Omega, they have been playing correctly, in my perspective, against a team like Bren Esports, the Season 1 champions, and third place of last season. So, Bren Esports, they are kind of looking pretty shaky here, and usually if it's a team like Bren, and at the 5-minute mark, it's usually a stomp from their end, but this time, both teams pretty dead, even 14k on both sides, as well as 5-5 kill record.
Yeah, I mean, the 5-5 kill record and the slight goal lead here is a bit weird to see, but SG Dragons, oh my god, I think Pain already used Violet Requiem there.
Yes.
So that's going to be a window of opportunity for SG Dragons to go for the dive. Turtle will be secured by Bren Esports. And SG Dragons, they're not going for the bait at all.
I believe that's a retribution used by Pain to just secure that turtle there. SGD Omega almost got their hands on that turtle kill, but that is just a minor setback for SGD Omega. And Coco,
All right.
okay,
so
almost getting focused. Here he comes. He's going to resume the gank there, but Coco on the horse, pretty fast on that feet, on those 4 feet.
yeah, it really is. I mean, look at Coco go. He's not even that strong yet. A level 9 Leomore doesn't really have that much power. However, get kicked in the face. Dale gonna be going for the follow-up damage. It's gonna take a while, but Coco will go down on top side.
Wow, Bren Esports is lagging behind in terms of response there. They lose the life of Coco, and I think that will be a huge setback on the progress of farm of the Leomord. So SGD Omega, they will be more than happy to walk away from that, but they will be chased by the Kagura of Yuji there. Bren Esports, they are trying to capitalize on this small slow pace of SGD Omega's rotation.
Yeah, SG Omega, they're a bit behind on levels in terms of the tanks with Lex and Heath, but they are really, really trying to get in there. Top lane.
Heath wants more blood, tries to dive into the top turret there, but comes pretty short-handed there. And as you know also, even though the tanks of SGD Omega has been lagging behind in terms of experience, Dale Dulles on that carry is the only double-digit level currently right now in this game.
Yeah, and not to mention the amount of, damage output this carry already has at just 8 minutes. It's scary. It's scary here for Bren Esports. What is happening to their comp? Why are they not making it work?
Yeah, so Bren Esports, they need to be more proactive when it comes to rotations and
Lord,
find Dale
resurrecting
as soon as
soon.
possible, because so far Dale has been having the game of his life as the carry here, pretty just almost untouched, 0-0-1 even, and already level 11 at this point.
All the gold from all the minions coming into this carry. So much free time.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's doing this. I can't believe he's getting that much free time.
Oh,
However, Coco
Dale-
going for the Leomord plays on the carry. Rebo close by. I think that will be enough damage, but of course, the follow-up is going to be enough. Bren Esports gets a kill on the main damage dealer here. for
And just
SG
as we
Omega.
were talking about and praising Dale there, he flies too close to the sun and gets chews more than he can eat in the form of a phantom steed and the swing from the Grok.
Yep, absolutely. This Grok definitely working out well. If the Grok wasn't there, that for sure would not have been a kill. So, Bren Esports finally getting back onto the game. However,
Only
mid lane-
Pain is there to defend. Here comes UG for the backup, but looks like SGD Omega cannot take this damage output from Pain.
Yep, they're gonna be forced to retreat here. Pain is very strong on the Guinevere. However, of course, the single damage potential is still something you have to watch out for Guinevere, and something that they're not really scared of. Now the mid lane is going to be tried to answer here by Bren Esports. Can they make it work?
Rebo
Yes,
picks
they
up
do.
onto the legs, and that is 2 heroes down currently for SGD Omega and Bren Esports. They will looking to capitalize in this current situation. Phantom Steed just got lost. His duration has expired, but that is still enough to take down that middle turret. Here, but meanwhile in the bottom lane, Levi has fallen to the hands of Pain.
Okay, so Pain is doing the late game. Apparently he wants to show us, the late game Guinevere powers. And I feel like that's going to be the case. Don't forget, Guinevere is fighter mage. So has strong late game potential, even if the Violent Requiem doesn't do that much damage.
Yeah, it's a pretty well-balanced hero currently in a meta game. So Pain currently 1-1-5, not really racking up the kills that they need. All of their kills is actually on Rebo's graph, pretty weirdly enough. And SGD Omega, they're slowly slipping away. They're losing their advantage that they have gained so far in the early game. And Daedalus just waltzing away from the threat of life.
Yeah, Daedalus. He's been playing, he likes to play.
The dive from Hayes.
Play risky. There you go, Hayes with the ultimate in. He will be stunned up. Lex use the ultimate, but looks like it will not be enough. Just barely there. Coco gets knocked up, and that's going to be the sacrificial Cho. Where is the rest of the team? They're trying to do follow-ups here, but you know what? Bren is
Kari,
hard
he is
target.
going to rack up the kills here in the Steam fight. He wants to clean this up, and Lunox as well. It looks like Bren Esports, they slightly overextended there, but they will be more than happy enough to just pick off the Cho, but I don't think that's a pretty worth it trade.
Yeah, I feel like they went a bit, why'd you say this? They took too much time in that team fight.
Yeah.
They should have just disengaged right away the moment that they could not reach Daedalus, and now they will have free reign onto that Lord. Not really what we were expecting.
Yeah,
At the
pretty
beginning
quick
of the game.
conversion of advantage there of SGD Omega. That's pretty well played, even with a Yin Yang overturn being casted from Yuji. I don't know why he did that, but let's see. Bren Esports, they will be trying to claw their way back into the advantage spot, the sweet spot that they want to be in, because we're not really that familiar with the...
Something to watch out for. They're really closing the gap here, and I feel like after this game, after this series, we'll find out if they already did. Because it's definitely looking strong here for SG Dragons Omega, because you know what, when I woke up in the beginning of this day, did not expect Bren Esports to have a hard time in game 1.
Yeah, but actually not the same with me. I'm expecting SGD Omega to actually have a maximum of 3 games against Bren Esports, with either team coming out on top at the end of the series. So for me, this is one of the closest series that we can get in the regular season of MPL, and Lord will be taken down pretty quickly enough by Bren Esports. But meanwhile, at the top lane, SGD Omega has free reign on that, and Dale is already level 14 on that carry, and that is a pretty dangerous bout that we will be about to see.
Yeah, I feel like this time around, Dale has reached critical mass.
Yep.
I feel like this is the time where they should go strong each and every time. They use the big minions from the Lord to make a strong push on all lanes, and it is working out so well for them. Now they are in the lead in terms of gold. They are pushing Bren Esports into the base, which is exactly what you need to do.
And I just saw Pain's forehead just curl up in 3 times there, and looks like they are in a bit of trouble here. So I cannot blame Pain in the current situation they are in. So SGD Omega, they are currently capitalizing the advantage that they have. They're just choking out Bren Esports away from the resources of the entire map. And SGD Omega, they might be able to do it and just seal the deal from game number 1.
Yeah, SGD Omega. They're really making the carry work, which is a bit surprising, because I felt like Bren Esports, they know how to dive comps like these.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they're having such a hard time getting past Heath, getting past Levi. But, you know, SG Dragons Omega, making it work. Now,
Pain goes for the dive, not really finding any solutions there. But here comes another follow-up from Hayes. Goes for the follow-up dive there. Getting 2 from the side of SG Dragons. That's Dale falling down pretty quickly. And SGD Omega, they are on full retreat here. Joe, Heath, he's in the low. Coco goes for the chase, goes for the kick. But here comes Hayes for the follow-up. Winds up. Here comes the charge. But this is on Joe. 2 for none.
That was funny from Hayes. Way too short on the charge. At the same time, I felt like Coco already had that lockdown. So good job from Bren, and this is what their comp does. As
Yeah.
long as the moment you group up as 2 or 3, you better watch out because they're gonna pull the trigger. You are probably going down.
But that is not, it's still not lethal level for SGD Omega. They can't afford that loss, and they are still a bit ahead. Actually, it's already dead even again. 12 and 8 though, but 40k on both sides. Bren Esports, they are currently riding on to the momentum from that small victory. Here comes the dive from
Oh,
Payne.
Payne, what?
Dives in
What?
the deep.
What was that?
That was an overextension from Payne, and Bren Esports will be going for the full retreat here as SGD Omega gives chase here as Rebo, Hayes and
Coco?
Yuji desperately running off, and Coco goes for the dive, tries to block off the chasing force, and Carlsy gets that kill as Bren Esports running as 3. They're down 2 people here as the Dragons looks like they will be going for the win.
Wow.
This is the push that they wanted here, but no, the level 2 Lord is going to be up pretty soon, and this will be something that SGD Omega will be more than happy enough to take.
Yeah, that was a face palm if I've ever seen one there for Payne on the dive. Everyone was so far away. Coco was taking a buff when that happened. So the decision making here for Bren Esports fell apart there. Now SG Dragons going for the Lord, second one this time around. What is Bren going to do?
Oh, can SGD make it though? But looks like 1 bar HP left on the Lord, and they do it. And looks like they will be responding to the force of Bren Esports as they try to go for the retreat. And looks like they need to settle down first before try and re-engage against SGD.
Yeah, SG Dragons. Once they saw an opportunity, they really went for it. At the same time, cannot blame them for that really strong team fight. But the moment that they got the grasp of the lead, I feel like they're not gonna let go anytime soon.
I mean, that is one mindset that you need to have as a team. Once you have the advantage, you don't let go of it pretty easily. You need to make a full grip onto it, and SGD Omega has been demonstrating against Bren Esports. And when I say that line, against Bren Esports, that is no small feat.
Yeah, and Bren, hard to imagine a world where Bren Esports is getting their butts handed to them. At the same time, SG Dragons on form, right?
Yeah.
So on form in this game.
And I believe the secret recipe here running so far for SGD Omega has been Heath. And nobody expected this level of choke play coming out from this individual right here. So Bren Esports, the burden is on them. They have to defend this if they wanted the chance of taking this game number 1. So far, SGD Omega, they are looking pretty good. The level 2 Lord has been pushing from the top lane as they are biding their time, trying to find the opening that they want from Bren Esports.
Yeah, Bren Esports are now forced to defend. Don't forget, Lord is on top side at the same time.
Yeah, only Leomord is there to defend. Here comes Yuji with the backup, but here comes Heath. He's trying to expose the weaknesses of Bren here. Lord has been already taken down, but to the sacrifice of the other parts of the lane here.
Yeah.
SG Dragons though, they haven't really dove in on the Red Flex though. He
Wow.
will be ice wait for the rest, but just waltzing out into safety.
You have to commend the damage juggling capabilities of Bren Esports. No towers fell despite the free lane push. So that's where the veteran status comes in, and now they have an opportunity to work themselves back into the game.
Yeah, SGD Omega just demonstrating as well the level of patience that is needed in this high level of a game, high level of a match. And Bren Esports, they really pulled that defense really well. They are still on the short end of the stick, but this is still pretty much anybody's ball game.
Yep, that's true. Considering the position that SG Dragons are in, they have full map control, but I feel like one small misplay from SG Dragons, they are probably going to
Yeah,
go
we
down.
are approaching that stage of the game there where the levels don't really matter, the goal doesn't really matter. It all comes down to positioning, to the execution here. And one slip up from either team might mean the loss. The lethal loss, that is the most bitter tasting loss that you can get.
Jeez, at this point where you worked so hard, or reaching 20 minutes in this game, by the way, almost. So, Bren Esports really playing the long game here. At the same time, at what stake is Coco already in? Can he actually take a team fight if SG Dragons Omega wants to go for it?
Yeah, so I believe that will be currently true, and he has he has the tools that he needs to be online at this situation. But Hayes is looking for the dive there, just winding it up, but doesn't really commit. The Thomas is at the back lines there, just trying to find the opening. And Bren Esports is at the dead center of this bottom jungle, and they might be overextending here as SGD Omega makes the surround, makes the concave there, but looks like three of the members of Bren Esports made the full retreat already.
Yeah, that was a funny situation. Grok had the Lunox walled in, but they were afraid to die.
Yeah, so it is really hard to just throw punches into the shadows here, but SGD Omega, they are now going for the piercing attack here, and Bren Esports, they are going to commit here with the defense.
Lord,
Lunox has already
soon.
casted that power of order already.
Man, SG Dragons are slowly, I guess, letting up. And now Bren go on to chase Levi. Gonna be the one to be
He still has
targeted.
immortality though, so I think this would be not so worth it trade here. And even Levi still has the HP. He hasn't still spent his immortality there. Heath is at the middle of the pack of Bren Esports, and this has been really complicated team fight so far.
Yeah, I mean, blows left, right, and center here for both of these teams. I feel like everyone's just baiting out who loses immortality first.
Yeah.
At this point.
They really wanted to just focus down on the Thamos, but they don't want to do it with his teammates surrounding him, ready to respond. So I think this has been a pretty topsy-turvy match, as demonstrated by that experienced graph and this gold graph. But the gold graph has a different story there, completely biased towards SGD Omega.
Yeah, I mean, SGD Omega has had the lead for a majority of this game with small rays of hope from Bren Esports. And I'm really looking forward to what they can do. Now that everyone's locked in, and now Bane is going to be the one to get targeted, forced to use the Winter Truncheon to dive on and out of there. Now he's low.
Yeah, he dropped really low there, but he also had that immortality available. But the level 3 Lord will be the one dictating the next few fights here. And looks like SGD Omega, they had to surrender first their concession of the level 3 Lord. As Bren Esports, they're just trying to grab the opening that they can get here. Lex will be in the middle there. And looks like Bren Esports, they are looking pretty shaky in this team fight as Bane drops really low, only a sliver of HP left as he runs off into safety. No heroes falling down yet. Coco, he is being surrounded by 3 here. And there goes the first casualty, the Cobra falling down. Bane will be following that. Then double kill already for Dale. And that is the carry hero. You don't really want to give the carry the kills that they want. It looks like UG will be falling down next to the hands of Dale and Levi there. And looks like this is it. SGD Omega takes down the first inhibitor turret there. And only 3 is remain to defend against SGD Omega, but looks like this is going to be a disastrous defense for Bren Esports as SGD Omega has free reigns, and even the Joe player, even Heath, just dancing around with 1 HP left. But no, they have to retreat for now.
Yeah, Coco pulled off a miracle defense there. For some reason, able to bypass the reflect there from Lexus Erna's ultimate there. Wow, what a beautiful gameplay there that we saw from Bren Esports. The amount of fortitude that you had to pull off against 5 people who had immortality.
Yes.
Going for your throne.
And looks like both teams will be settling down for now, but the level 3 Lord still stands. And if whoever gets this level 3 Lord will have surmountable amounts of advantage in this late game.
Yeah, man, this game really on fire here for both these teams. Bren Esports, of course, on the ropes, and we still have a lot of ground to cover if we want to say this is going to be a comeback. But they're on the right track. They are not letting too much of their base fall apart. Of course, mid lane is considerably easier to push than the other side lanes, because you can already expect where the minions are going to come from, even though they are super minions. So the next point of contention here will be the Lord. The team who takes this probably.
Oh, Dale is in danger though. He is going to be surrounded by Yuji as well as the Grok. And looks, no, that is one dead carry. Don't let that happen. But no, Dale managed to get into safety though, as he wants to just pummel them down. Yuji will be biting off the dust. And looks like Dale is still alive. Hayes, he just doesn't. He can't reach. He can't reach Dale there.
He can't. Wow, Camera was having a hard time finding where's the fight, where's the good fight. Now it's going to be in the middle, where Bren Esports HP bars are getting whittled down here. Repo charges up Power of Nature. Everyone from SG Dragons going to get knocked off. And now the team fight looking a lot better for Bren. Where's the damage killer from the last one?
Oh no! Bren Esports just
has fallen so far. They managed to pull out the combo, but it was not enough. And that is 4 heroes falling down. Pain, the only hero alive for the side of Bren Esports, and they are trying to chase him away, but no, looks like SGD Omega will be going for the GG push here, as Pain is the last line of defense for Bren Esports. SGD Omega, they sense blood in the water, as they want to seal the deal here.
Yeah.
Only a few seconds left before UG can respawn, but I
That's
don't
it.
think that would be on time, as SGD Omega, game number 1 goes to them.
Wow.
Clap, clap, clap.
Wow! What a game there! From SG Dragons Omega, giving Bren Esports